babes, you're absolutely going to love this conversation I have with my client, Laura. But before we dive in, go to lauraconley.com/pink to get our Pink Friday sale, the best sale we have ever done for the Yummy Mommy experience. We are enrolling for the January cohort. You are going to want to get in now because this cohort may be the only cohort we do for 2026. So go to lauraconley.com/pink and get the best deal we've ever offered. P.S. You can use your HSA and you can use Klarna now to stretch your payments out. So if that's been an issue, we got you, boo. And of course, if you need to book a call, there will be the option for that as well. I love you so much. I hope you enjoy this episode and you get some inspiration. I know you will. It was one of my favorite conversations. I love you, babes. Enjoy. I am so excited, you guys, because I have one of my beloved clients here to share her experience with you. And she's just such a breath of fresh air, total sunshine embodied. But before we dive into the episode, I want to make sure that you guys know that Free the Moms is open. It is our brand new membership where we do just that. We literally free the moms. So go to lauraconley.com/free the moms if you want to join. We are doing morning magic, which is a practice of grounding and a little journaling. I know if you're not a journaler, you can be a writer downer, but these morning magic sessions can be done live or on demand, and they set you up for the perfect day. So if you don't feel free, this is your answer. We also have monthly workshops and coaching. We have a private community. It's going to be the best thing that exists on the internet, but we're going to take it off the internet as well. So go to lauraconley.com/free the moms. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, laura@lauraconley.com. Because if you're like, well, I don't understand it, like, what am I going to get out of it? Just reach out. We want to help you be free. So check in with yourself right now. Do a quick freedom audit. Do you feel free in your life? It's really simple. Yes or no? Do you feel free in your day-to-day in your life? And if the answer is no, then let us help you. Getting help, you guys, is a strength, not a weakness. So get in there, lauraconley.com/free the moms, and we'll see you inside. Cheers to your freedom. Okay. Laura, my client, you guys, is also named Laura. So welcome we're calling her Laura Rose on the pod just for some differentiation. I love it.
Put that middle name in there.
I know. Okay. So Laura, introduce yourself. Welcome to the podcast. Thank you so much. Introduce yourself to us and tell us a little bit about what your life was like before you joined coaching, before you joined the Yummy experience, before you joined Free the Moms. Just tell us a little bit about your before, and then a little bit about what you've experienced since the coaching and what your life is like now.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me. I'm really happy to be here. So I would say, like, I have had, as many women, a kind of a lifelong struggle with my weight, even since like high school. And I feel silly saying that because looking back, I was perfect in high school, right?
Yeah.
But if you grew up in the 90s, you were always trying to lose 5 pounds. I feel like that's just how it was growing up in that era. But then as I got, like, between when I got married in 2013 and I had my first baby and then my second baby, it was this slow gain of 20 pounds. And I have really always been very focused, as is my husband, on health and wellness and nutrition and fitness. And so it was really frustrating to be gaining kind of more and more weight and feeling like I couldn't find a solution. And I guess I also didn't really introduce myself. I am Laura. I am a mom of 2. I'm currently pregnant. I'm expecting my 3rd baby in February. And I started YMX in July of 2024. So it's been, like, what are we at? Like a year, going on a year and a half.
Yeah.
I did it. So I found YMX at a time when I feel like it was kind of like my rock bottom. Like, I just felt so hopeless and so desperate because I am not a person that's happy at any weight. Like, I really have a weight range that I just feel most like me. I feel the best in my body. And that's usually like right around like I'm 5'5.5", and I feel the best at like 139 to 145. Like, that's my range. I have very dense bones. So I'm not looking to weigh in the 120s or low 130s. That'd be way too thin for me. So I think I have like a very realistic, is my point, weight range that I want to be at. And I was creeping up into the 160s, like highest I think was like 165. And I just felt like like it just didn't feel like me. I just didn't feel like myself in my body. And I think that's different for everyone, but that was how I felt. And I just remember saying to my husband, like, I have this beautiful life. Like, I have these beautiful kids. I have this life I work so hard to build. And I feel like I can't truly be happy because I'm not in the body that feels like me. Like, there's just this cloud over everything. And then it's like, in the world we live in now, which is so wonderfully progressive and accepting of all body types, I think that also adds guilt to when you don't feel like you should just be happy in any body. And so then it was this struggle of being like, I'm raising 2 daughters. I don't want them to have any issues with eating or think that mommy doesn't like how she looks. Or so like, I'd be so guarded about that. I didn't want to give any issues to them, but I wasn't happy. So I had been strictly counting calories for about a year and tracking all my macros. And then I was weight training 3 days a week and making sure I got like 10,000 steps a day. And like nothing was budging. Like, I mean, I was gaining muscle, so there was that. But it was like, I tried eating less, like doing like long stretches where I'm doing like 1,600 calories a day. Then I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not eating enough and my body's holding on to everything. And you hear all the like pseudoscience. You're like, I don't know what to do. So then I tried eating more and I bumped up to more calories. And it was just so exhausting. It was like so much time and energy. Like, when I look back and think about how much time I spent tracking calories and macros and making sure, I really love weightlifting. So eating enough protein was always important to me, but it was just a lot. And so I kept track with a friend we were in a baby group together here locally. It's called PEPS. And we were in this mom's group when both of our first kiddos were born, and had just stayed in touch like that way. So Sarah, had done the YMX program, and on Instagram, she was posting about just like, I mean, she just looked wonderful. Like, she just looked healthy and vibrant, and she was so happy. And so I looked into you, and then I was like, I don't know. Like, you always worry when, spending money or joining anything. You're like, oh, this could be anything. I don't know. Yeah. So I called her because she lives like right near here. And like I've said, I've known her for 10 years. I was like, is this real? Like, is this a real thing, Sarah? Like, am I actually going to lose weight?
Yeah.
And we talked for 45 minutes, and she's a mom of 4. And she sung your praises, and she just talked about how not only did she lose the weight and was keeping it off, but it just gave her so many life skills that applied to so many other areas that really at least raised the value for me, because I think losing weight is one thing, but keeping it off is another. And then also the idea of applying what you're learning to other areas is so beneficial, right?
Yeah.
So I think it was really, and I feel bad because not everyone has a Sarah to call. So
that's why I'm having you on the podcast, so that you can be their Sarah.
Totally. I can be, yes. You can message me through my business if you need a little pep talk.
I love that. But they have to hear it even on the podcast. I mean, you guys take her up on it. Go message her. But my point is like, that is why I have you guys come on the podcast, because we don't always have that person that we can reach out to. And it does feel scary because so many things we've tried and they didn't work. And so it's really hard to trust. It's hard to take that leap of faith. And I think also it's important that they hear themselves in you. Like, when you were just talking about like, hey, I actually don't feel happy at any weight. Like, I love that you said that, because that was me too. I just like totally I would swing from one end of the spectrum to the other. Like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna like hate my body and starve myself. And then I go over here. No, I'm gonna like love my body and like be hedonistic. It's like I could never find this like middle path until I decided I had to for my daughter. And so I think you articulated that so beautifully. What you were sharing a moment at one point in the Yummy Mummy about like, you were like crying to your husband, or you were like in bed and you were like, this is just not my body. Like, tell us about that. And also tell us about Then there was another moment. You're such a good storyteller, so I remember all these stories. Then you had another moment where you were in like the dressing room for like some gala that you had to go to. Tell us a little bit about those moments.
So I think when I was crying to my husband was probably, pretty close to when because I did the July cohort. So I feel like it was like that winter, like maybe after the holidays in the spring, sometime in there. And I was just, and he is so fit. Like my husband is a sub-elite runner. He puts on 5K, 10K, 15Ks for a living. Like that's what he does. He is a running race director. And then he's like, the joke in our house is he's constantly chasing someone with a carrot. Like he is just like every Saturday morning, the kids are like, can we just watch like cartoons? And he's like, only if you eat this carrot. And he's chasing them around. So he and I have this shared love of like nutrition and health and really caring about the environment and all that stuff. And so I'm saying that just to say, this is a man who values that and who gets it. Like he has never been overweight in his life. He has like 4% body fat, but he understands and was really supportive of the fact that like I was not happy and this was not me. And he saw all the work I was doing. So he just felt so much sympathy because he was like, he's like saw me 24/7 tracking every little thing in my, I don't know why I'm doing this. I wasn't writing it. It was all in an app, but tracking everything in the app and trying to find the solution and just always falling short. So I was just in bed saying like, I just, like what I said earlier, we have built this amazing life. This is everything I wanted. I feel like we're reaching so many goals. And yet I have this like dark cloud over me. And then that guilt of being like, I don't want to feel like this, but I don't want to give up and I don't know what to do. And then you know what, that time, at least here, I'm in Seattle. I'm sure there were people that were hip on this like way earlier if you were in LA or somewhere. But I feel like that's when I was just starting to hear about Ozempic too. And so like, I remember being like, is this new drug something I should do? Like, I'm so desperate. Like, should I try this? Nothing else is working. They're saying that's what this is for. And looking into it and really like, luckily I found you, like stumbled upon you kind of at the same time. I was at this like, I will want to try it. Is healthy. And, Ozempic did seem like it was, a healthier option that came with like eating well or whatever. But there were side effects. Like when I researched it, I was concerned about, some of the eye stuff and things like that. And also just like the cost. I'm like, this is $1,000 a month if you don't clinically need it. Yeah. And that's like on the low end. Like some people have to pay more depending on your dose. So I think talking to him, he really got it. Like he was just like, he just felt so bad for me. And I didn't. And then fast forward, I found Yummy Mummy. And then July to that December, there's this annual party at this club we're members of here in Seattle, the Washington Athletic Club. They have this really fun party called Jubilee. And it's the first Friday of every December. And they do like some big theme and it's black tie. And my husband and I try to go like every couple years or so. And we had decided it has to like line up. It's like, which of our the friends we like to go with, like, has anyone just had a baby? Is anyone pregnant? Because you really want to go and like whoop it up, right? Like you want to have drinks, you want to just like party. Yeah. So it was like all the stars kind of aligned. And then by that time, by December, I had lost through YMX over 20 pounds. Like I think I hit my goal in January. So I must have been, which was like 25. Yeah. And I felt amazing. And my husband and I he went with me, which is weird because he's like neither of us are really shoppers, but he's he came with me. We went to like buy formal wear and I was trying on dresses and I just like couldn't believe it. Like I grabbed all these size small dresses because again, I'm not tall and they all fit and they all looked great. Like I'll
never forget
me.
Like getting that message from you.
Yes. I think I emailed you. I was so like excited. I came over and I was like, I have to tell you this.
Yes.
But it felt so good. And to be in we're at Nordstrom here and I don't know why. They have the worst lighting.
Oh, I know. What?
They're the worst. Like,
stupid.
Why?
They could make so much more money if they just made the lighting better.
Right? Like it's so the worst lighting in the world. And I was like, even with the bad lighting.
Yeah. I remember. So good. Oh my gosh, I love hearing these stories. Okay, so talk to us a little bit just how you feel like now in your day-to-day, just knowing what you know and practicing the practices that we learn, because like you kind of brushed on it earlier, everything that we do inside the Yummy Mummy and inside the Free the Moms, it like ripples into all the areas of your life, right? So just talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, I would say, I mean, first of all, just like if you go back, if you're a listener and you have not listened to episode number 1, Laura's podcast, that's where all of the most important stuff is. No, everything's important. But eliminating flour and sugar just had such an immediate impact on me and my food cravings and just like my, like just feeling full. Because I feel like I think it's been coined like a volume eater. I like to eat like a big amount of food. Like, don't give me some dainty little tapa. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, that's great. Like, thanks, 4 bites and full. Like, I want a meal. I want to eat. Yeah. And I'd done so many things. Like, I'd done Atkins and I'd done like so many, like I'd done keto for a while. I've done all kinds of stuff. But the thing that was so cool that I'd never done, and that was kind of the magic bullet, is not eating flour and sugar, but still eating potatoes, rice, like the Palm Hearts pasta, like just things like that, like just basically nothing with flour of any kind in it and sugar. And it's so doable. Like that is like, you asked, what was your before feeling, which I put as like, sorry, I'm looking at my notes, desperate. And then I put my after feeling as just like fully myself. But then I put, you said, describe YMX in one word. And I said, easy. Because that's what it is. Like, it's so easy. That would be the one word I would tell anybody. Like, this is easy. It's just easy. Like, after everything else you've tried, speaking to the audience, like, you probably tried so many things and they're so hard and they take so much time and so much self-control. And this, I just kept saying to like, when I journaled every day, I would be like, it'd be like, what is your one thought? I'm like, this is so easy. Like, the weight is falling off and I'm eating French fries and I'm eating potatoes and rice. And it's not like I have to not touch a carb or it's just like very livable. It's like you can go get a burger and fries with no bun. That's easy. Like getting a burger with no bun and no fries, that's not easy. Yeah. I don't want to sign up for that.
I don't want to do that. Yeah, exactly.
That life.
Oh my gosh, it's so well said. I know. It's like so unbelievable for like the audience like that you're talking to, right? It's so unbelievable. But like time and time again, you guys come on here and say this because I mean, and I felt like the same way too. It's like, oh, I don't have to give up every carb. There was one time where I'm like, I can't eat eggplant and I can't eat peppers. They're too like, it's like, oh my God, you know, it's just not, it doesn't need to be that restrictive. Which it sounds so crazy.
It's so easy. You don't have to track. You don't have to keep track of your macros. You don't have to count calories. Like, you don't have to think in calories. Like, you can just think in food. Like, you can just sit down and eat food and not be like, I'm eating 97 calories worth of apple, and that means I can't have whatever later or like whatever.
My God. It's so true. I know. It's like, this is a small apple. It's probably only 60 calories since it's small. My large apple is probably 95. Okay. So talk to us a little bit about journaling, because that is going to be a component of this Free the Moms membership. And I think some people are open to it. And then I think a lot of people are maybe like turned off because, you know, what am I going to write? And just so you guys know, everything is there is time and space to free write if you want, but we do mostly prompts. So just talk to us a little bit about like your journaling practice, what impact it has had on you, you know, why you think it kind of works.
Yeah, I think there's really, I mean, a couple things. One is you can't build a life you can't see, that you can't visualize, that you don't have in your mind. And there's such power in starting each day by writing down where you're going. Like, here's where I'm going. Like, this is my goal. This is where I'm headed. This, like, the cool thing about the prompts in the journal that comes with YMX is that it's so dialed in to really why are you doing this? Because it's easy to fall off the wagon if you forget your why. And you have a whole lesson in that within YMX that I think is so valuable, where you have us write down like, I don't know, 1 million, 2 million whys, something like that. A lot of them. And it's so great because you come up with things that you're like, oh my God, and this is another reason I want to lose weight or feel good in my body or whatever, however people frame it. People come from all kinds of different ways into your group. So I think that is huge. It's starting your day remembering and visualizing, like, this is where I'm going. this is where I'm now. This is how I feel about it now. This is where I'm headed. This is how I feel about that. This is why I'm doing it. All of that. So I think that's really good. I'll say one other thing about journaling and why I love it is I also think it creates an opportunity to be deliberate in your day. So when it comes to food, there's such a difference too in the time of like counting calories or doing all that. It felt so freeing to just jot down, like, what are you thinking you're going to eat today? And then afterwards, like, what did you end up eating? Like, was there a big difference? But even just taking, what probably took me 30 seconds to go, oh yeah, what am I going to eat today? And I work from home. So I think like, whether you work in the office or home, there's different challenges with both of those things. And I think working from home, the whole kitchen is your oyster, right?
Yeah.
It's just there. So it's really good to be thoughtful about that. So that really helps. And when my journaling practice is dialed in, everything else is better. So
that's what I was
looking forward to Free the Moms. Like, I can't wait. We start Wednesday.
I'm
so
excited that you're in it. And I think too, we're living in a world that is like every left and right is vying for our attention, like this attention economy that we're in. And so you will just forget to live a deliberate life, like you're saying, if you don't remember that you want to live a deliberate, intentional life, whether that's with your food or with your time or with your yeses and with your nos, right? Like, and it's so powerful. It's crazy that all you need is 15 minutes because otherwise, you'll just go back to default autopilot mode, which is kind of how the world wants you anyways, right? And so it's just getting in front of that. And I'm constantly saying, like, when we look back on our lives and we're like so proud and so fulfilled and so happy, I really think it's going to be because we were really intentional. It's like our whole life is just made up of our day-to-days, like a random Wednesday or a random Monday in September, October. And like, if we can get in front of it with our mornings, it's like our mornings really guide the day. So I think that's like so important.
It really is. And I'm super excited to have the consistency of the Free the Moms program. My husband thinks I'm crazy to get up at 6, but I want to do it live with everyone. Although it's great to know there's the recording there on those days you can't.
We're going to have like an accountability coach that like checks in with the on-demand people, like in case people don't want to wake up early or they have like work or whatever. My dream come true is that like one day in like 10 years, it's like Peloton and there's like a check-in every hour at the top of the hour or something like this. I mean, I don't know.
So fun. I know. It'd be awesome if you had like a 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., like a little range. That would be great for all of us, different coasts and time zones we're in. But I mean, it's just great. And I think the camaraderie, it'll be really fun to have the journaling with kind of like the community piece of it. I think will be really nice. And also like for folks thinking about YMX, like you can journal for 5 minutes and you'll get, like if that sounds intimidating to people, that it's, it's like you can make it your own. Like there's days where you're going to get into it and journal longer, or you might have a really short timeline, but there's something to be gained from even just a few minutes, especially because the prompts are so good in the YMX journal. So you can, I just wanted to add that if that was like, someone's like 15 minutes. I heard this great quote that I think of when I journaled, which is like, something like, you can either be consuming or creating, but you can't do both. And so if you think about it, if you're consuming 15 minutes of social media a day, which I think so many people are, you could just redistribute that time to creating, doing your journaling and creating that life and creating what you want and kind of building that vision. I think it's so good.
Oh, I think it's such a good metric. Like let's at least even the playing field. Let's at least create as much as we're consuming because we're in a consumer economy. So of course, and what's so ironic is the more you create, the more full you feel. And that's not always true with consumption. You can't eat enough goldfish or ice cream to fill the needs that you have, or whatever the thing is. You can't over scroll or scroll enough to get your pleasure needs met or your stress relief need met or your comfort need met or whatever that is.
One thing that I did jot down, so I had my 2 girls, and then I did this, and I lost 25 pounds through IMX, which was amazing. And just also, it helped with so many other areas. And then now I'm pregnant again, And for the first period of my pregnancy, I was so nauseous that I really felt like I had to be eating flour, and I didn't really need to be eating sugar, but I was eating flour. It was whatever. But so it was really interesting to see how quickly the weight went back on. It was not like the normal, like healthy weight gain you're expected to have during pregnancy. But
that was me too. Yeah. My body just, we were talking about this. My body just like, oh my God, I would be like the last human on earth because my body is just very efficient.
Efficient. If I'm eating flour and sugar, I was saying the same thing to my husband. I was like, it is wild. It just turns on this switch with my body that is wild. Like, store every single thing that goes in your mouth. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
But I didn't worry. I was like able to be like, this is fine because I know I have the tools. I have my protocol, which is the term Laura uses when you build how you're going to eat within her program. And I just my nausea's gotten a lot better in the last few weeks. I was able to return to my protocol and I'm already evening out like so fast. In a healthy way.
Yeah, of course.
But I know that I'm going to be able to end this pregnancy at the healthiest weight I've ever been at for a pregnancy. And that is so exciting. And I get to do YMX again because you let people come back and do it a second time. So I can go through the actual program when I'm in postpartum and wanting that extra support. So I'm just like, I'm really excited about that. And it's such a different feeling the first time of being pregnant and not having this hopeless feeling like, oh God, this is going to be so hard afterwards. I'm like, oh, it's going to be easy. No problem. We got this. We got this.
That's so cool. I love that. Okay. And then what would you tell somebody that was on the fence in terms of just signing up for coaching, whether that's like Free the Moms or Yummy Mummy? Like, what would you tell them? Because I think it is, like, to our point earlier, I think it is nerve-wracking because a lot of us have tried a lot of things, or we don't know if it's going to be worth it, or we don't have the time or the money or all the excuses that we all love. So what would you say to that mom that's maybe struggling, who doesn't feel free, whether that's in her body or in her life? What advice would you give her?
I would say, for me, it was really like, how much money would I spend to feel the way I want to feel? And it was like, they're really like, I think I would have begged, borrowed, and stole. Like I was in such a down place. And so for me, and then also like I own my own business. I own a wedding venue and event space.
Yes, please tell us real quick, how can we rent your venue? Because you guys, we might do it for a mother-daughter retreat. So stay for that.
Yes. So we're an hour east of Seattle in Gold Bar, Washington. It's the Wallace Falls Lodge. We're a 10-bedroom, like chalet, wood, Lincoln log style. You can find us at wallacefallslodge.com or at the Wallace Falls Lodge on Instagram. And it's a great spot for like girls' trips, for retreats, for weddings, vow renewals, anniversaries, all that stuff. So and then also if you just want to message me via that about YMX, I'm happy to chat with you about why it's awesome.
Oh my God, that is so freaking nice of you.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what would you tell somebody that was on the fence in terms of just signing up for coaching?
I was going to say that it will, and this is what Sarah, my friend Sarah told me, is that how much would you spend to get to where you want to be? And that will answer your question for you.
Yeah.
You'll be like, no problem. Because you really will get there. And it's not, like I said, it's easy. It's not it's like you just learn these tools that then you adapt to the rest of your life. And I will honestly say, and Sarah would say the same thing, I think many YMXers, almost everyone would, is that every area of your life is better. Every area, because the mental tools you use, the model or the manual, like all these things that Laura teaches, like make your relationship with your husband better, with your kids better, with your mom, with your sister, with your friend, like with that weird colleague, like whatever, like everything is better through these lenses and these tools. And I feel like it really
you feel
helps.
better in your body.
Feel
too.
better.
Like you're in your body 24/7. Like I just know myself. Like if I lived in a home that I hated, it would ripple into every area of my life. Or like if I hated my office, like my work wouldn't feel as good. Or the kitchen, if I like hated the kitchen, like it would roll over to snack time. It's the same with our body. So it's like, I think that
it's really worth it. I think just do it. That's what I would say. Just do it. You won't regret it.
Oh my gosh. It's so good to have you on. I could talk to you for hours. Oh my gosh. The Lauras are the chattiest. Okay. So Go check her out, you guys. I cannot wait to personally go there. I'm so excited. Thank you. I love you so much. So yes, you guys go to lauraconley.com/free the moms. And if you want to get on the wait list for the next Yummy Mummy, our next cohort is going to be in January. So shoot us an email to get on that wait list, laura@lauraconley.com, and we'll just email me the word wait list and we'll get you added. So thank you. I hope you guys all have the absolute best week ever. Ciao, ciao.